and welcome to my channel. My name is NAFULA, and today we have an amazing guest. He'll tell us his name and where he's from. He's had a huge run, especially with hosting, with Greencard. He has a very interesting story, and I wanted all of you to listen to it. So before we begin, I just want to thank you for being on the show today, and just introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
This video is proudly sponsored by Moza, Neck Mindfulness Relaxing Massager. Click the link on this video to purchase the product.
Okay, my name is Kaka Junito. They know me like Kaka Junito because that's what name that I use in my brand name. And I come from Kenya, but currently I'm in Dallas.
So let's talk about your hosting situation. Yeah. So tell us, I know like in Kenya currently, even during your time, they needed the affidavit of support and then they needed a host. So can you explain just briefly, how you went about those two documents that you needed, or whatever, the two people, either if it was the same person who provided affidavit of support and a host, or there were two different people? How did you go about it?
Okay, about the hosting, let me say it was like something like a mystery to me because first of all, the first person that was my first host, the one that I wrote in my DS260, was in Missouri, and he was supposed to be the one hosting me. But when I got my UNL and I tried to reach out to this person and tell him, I got my approval and I need to go to the interview and the DL and now the affidavit of support. This person, told me that currently I'm having my mother and my sister who are coming by, so I cannot be able to host you and you have to look for somebody else to host you. And remember, this person, I was connected to by another friend. So he's a friend of a friend. And I didn't know anybody in America because nobody in America, nobody in my family is living in America.
That's tough.
Right now, I'm the first person to come to America. So you can imagine now the hassle that I went through. So after he denied to give me the papers, now I had to start now looking for hosts. And now this is where now my whole story, let me say, it was almost like crashed down because of the hosting situation. Now, when we looked for the second host and the second person, this person was from Rwanda, and we tried to look for this person and talk to him that he can be able to host me and everything. He first agreed, but when he started asking for approval for if really this thing has gone through, so he said I need something from the embassy to see if the situation is true before I send my documents, because remember I need the RLS, that is the task transcript, and I need also the affidavit of support, and I need his DL. So he said I need to see the approval. So I sent him, the person was online but could not return anything. He will not say anything. He will not say anything.
So you see him online, but he completely ignores you.
You see him online. I tried to reach him out. The friend tried to reach him out. We tried to call him. We tried to send several messages, but he could not reply to any.
That's sad. Like, if you're not going to help somebody, don't tell them you're going to help them and then just go silent.
Some people, let me say, some people they don't have the humanity in them. It's like, I can say like that, because if you're not helping and if you're not willing to help somebody, you can tell them, the situation has changed or my mind has changed, look for somebody else, but you don't like hang up for it. So I continued looking for hosts, and I was trying to use my friends and everybody. And I remember I had several people, like there's this lady, one of the ladies that I was connected by a friend again, because I told you, as for me, hosting was getting a friend who connects me to a friend and another friend connects me to another friend. So I got this lady, and so I got this lady who said she has lived in America for over 25 years and she had come back to Kenya. Though I never knew her by person, I was given her number by somebody, told me, you can talk to her, maybe she can look for somebody who is in America and can host you. So when I talked to this lady, I explained to her my situation, and we talked for a very long time, and I told her what I'm going through. And this lady told me, I'm going to talk with my nephew, and I'm going to check with a few people because I have few friends there, and I'll see what I can do. Now at the time that this lady was calling me, she told me what I can tell you is that I have a friend who is in America, and this person has been looking for somebody to work for him. That is a shamba boy or maybe a house boy.
You win a green card to become a shamba boy. Shamba boy is like, how do you call it? It's like somebody who works in the farm, like somebody with no education, with nothing, like pretty much a slave, right?
let's say a house help. He wanted me like a house help. Let's use the right word is the house help. So this lady is in Kenya, and she has looked for somebody who's in America, and he's a friend, and she needs somebody to work for him from Kenya, because people from Kenya are very hardworking and they work with determination and everything.
That's like
And
taking advantage of your desperate situation.
yes, and I was like, now God has given me an opportunity. God has given me a chance. This is now a green card, and green card is like the opportunity for me to go and study, to go and live, and to go and explore and work in America. But now this person is taking me like a hostage. Is taking me like somebody who doesn't have a destiny, somebody who has nobody, like somebody who is a slave or anything. So I was like, okay, I asked this lady, and I asked her, so what will this lady be paying me? How much will she be paying me, like per hour or anything? You know what she told me? She told me, she called me by my name, and she told me, John, let me tell you one thing. Even if this lady goes and gives you $1, that is okay for you. You don't, what do you need right now? What you need is to reach in America. What you need is to go to America. So you have to take this opportunity. You have to grab it. You don't have anything. You don't have to choose. You
That's
have
really
no.
sad. You
She
know?
told me, she told me I have no option. I don't have an option to choose from, and that's the only option I have. So
Here
I
you
said,
are, you need somebody, you need a host, you need a video support, you're desperate, you don't know anybody in America, but the person you found wants
yeah,
you to be a house help and work in the farm. So a shamba boy, like pretty much
and
with
my
no payment. You're not getting a
and
salary, you're not getting paid for it.
nothing, like this is the condition. And she told me, you have to work for this person like for 1 year. You have like to sign that you're going to work for this person for 1 year. You're not going there and then you go and elope and run away. You're going to work for this person for 1 year. So you can imagine working for a person for 1 year after you've come with your green card, you have won your green card, and people are like, oh, you have won your green card, you're now going to America, but you have gone to America to be a houseboy for
And this is
somebody.
somebody from your country. They know what goes on
Yes.
there. They know your family needs you. You help your family out, like the way we are African. You have to help your
Mm-hmm.
parents out, your siblings. So how did
Yeah.
they expect you to get here and work for them and not help your family?
That's the reason I was still thinking aloud, and I was like, this is somebody who knows what we are going through. We are suffering here in my country, and I'm trying, like to be like the light of the family and everything. And this somebody now is trying to suppress me down. So when she told me like that, I sat down and I asked God. God, you gave me this chance. I've been praying for this. I've been fasting for this. I've been pursuing, going through YouTube and everything, going through all the resources that I can find to see what I'm supposed to do, how I'm going to do this. I've been writing down my shopping list and everything, like
Wow.
looking at everything. Like I was looking even at houses in Texas, in houses in Seattle, houses in, like trying to compare everything. Like I was looking at, like personally I had not won the green card, but let me say I was looking for everything, and I was so prepared towards that, even doing the DMV thing of the driving and everything, and nobody had told me about that. I was reading that, I was so much prepared, like so determined and so positive that I'm going to America, and then somebody is telling me you have to go and be a shamba boy, a house help, somebody for 1 year. I was like,
Shame
God.
on them. I'm gonna just straight up say, if they're watching this, shame on you. Like
So
that's not right. That's not the right thing to do to somebody, whether they're desperate or not.
yeah,
That's not the right thing. Like if they said you can come live with me and
yeah,
have me here while you work, I'll help you go to school, I'll help you work, but then in
yeah,
return you can help me just a little bit at home, it's understandable. But then the
that
fact
is
that they
better.
didn't want you to work, they want
Yeah,
you to just
to
stay
be
there
there and stay
like a
there and
slave.
work for them and do everything they want to do you to do for 1 year. That's their bare minimum. So when I thought about that, I said, you know what? This is not the destiny God created for me, and I'm not going to go through this. And you know what I did? I blocked
Mhm.
the link. And I said, God, if I'll miss a host, then this is an option. But I know one thing: you cannot provide something that you not have a solution for. So I
Mhm.
hoped and I waited. And remember, it's just like 4 days to my interview, and you can see all these things that I'm
That's
having.
4 days
Yes,
to the day of the
4 days to
interview.
my interview, and I
That's
have
risky.
nobody. I have nobody to help me. I have nobody. Like I started. I remember there's also another guy that I was working for. I was painting for, and I just painted for this guy for 1 day. So I told him, I'm trying to look out for people, somebody who is in USA who can host me. And this guy told me, I have a friend. let me connect you to this friend because the sister to my friend, the brother to my friend, lives in Seattle. Maybe she can help you. So this person, she was a lady now, the friend that I was connected to, because I told you mine was connection. Now this lady I got the number and I tried to reach out. She was at church. She told me, yeah, when I come out of church, I'll call you. So when she came out,
So
she
the
called
lady
me.
was back in Africa.
Yeah, she was back in Africa. She was just back in her home. She was even near where I was living because I could go there. It's a few miles, you know. So when she called me, we talked, and I told her this is my situation, and she told me, okay, I had your situation. I was given by my friend, and now here I have some things that I want to tell you. If I have to help you, you have to help me too. And I was like, okay, so how am I going to help you? And I even thought maybe she's gonna help me and ask for some money, maybe, or something of that sort. You know, like if you go to America, you get this host, you know, just buy me something or just give me something for appreciation. That's what I thought in my mind. But this lady told me, you know what, if you have like to, I have my brother who is in military, and one thing that I want you to do, I want you to marry my daughter and go with my daughter. That's what I wanted you to do. I
So
want you
that
to help.
so
So
that's
this is
fake
another person.
marriage. So
Yeah,
that will have denied your visa.
this
You know?
will be an automatical cancellation of my visa because remember, when I was filling my DS to 60, I said I am single. And I never changed my DS to 60, even when the 2NL came. So this person is for like 4 days or 3 days to my interview, and
And
somebody
then
is telling me, marry my daughter. Even if
thank God you didn't do that, because that if you did that, that's automatic denial. Because you go there, they ask you questions. Where did you guys meet? How long have you been together? Is this is your how are you going to answer those questions when it's somebody you don't know in 4 days?
And I was like, this is somebody that I don't know. I don't know your daughter. I don't know how she looks like. I don't know if she's short, tall, dark, brown, or I don't know anything about her. I don't know about you, and I don't know even where she comes from. I know nothing about you. So trying to start a relationship and a marriage right now, then again you go to the interview and you start saying that I'm married. This will not make sense. So I said this will be an automatic cancellation for me, because I remember I was following people and I was seeing these things and I was like, this is one of the things that I cannot do, and this is one of the things that I cannot try. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to marry somebody to jeopardize my chance and opportunity for me to go to America just because I need a host. If this host is gonna wait for me until I go for my interview, then she has to, the host will wait, because I don't have an option. I cannot marry somebody just because someone wants to meet. Because I was like, I wish even the daughter was in Seattle hiding, or even
Yeah,
somewhere in
because
Texas,
then they're here, but
somewhere
back
in
home,
Texas
that's
hiding.
risky.
Because at least you can go there and you can say, let me just try and marry her and get her to know, to have the documents and everything. Maybe we can divorce later or anything when she's in abroad. But she was still in Kenya and she wants me to marry. She wanted me. That was my chance, like, for me to be cancelled and not to go to to USA. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to take that. So what I did, I said, I'm not going to take that, and I stopped talking to that lady. I never blocked
You
her or
never
anything.
pursued with yeah.
So I stayed for that like that, and I said I'm not going to pursue her anytime, and I'm not going to talk to her anymore. Let me continue with my journey of hustling for cost.
So how did you end up finally finding the affidavit of support? How, like, in 4 days? So now we're talking 4 days to the day of your interview. So
In the
how did you
4 days,
end up finding somebody?
now finding now somebody, I stayed, and I remember it was on Sunday. Now I usually go to church. Like, I love going to church and worshiping and praising. I'm good in singing. I'm a good singer. I can say that because I'm gifted. I'm talented in that. So I usually I play piano and I go to the,
Wow. Do
so
you
I
play
was
piano in your YouTube channel? People need to know this, because they need to know
I
you're
have
so
I just
talented. So when they're coming, they know what to expect. They know they'll get everything. Not
so
like mine. I can't do anything than talk.
I'm planning towards that. I'm planning towards bringing the piano times and playing some songs and everything, some mashups, some reggae and everything, like, covers and everything. I'll be bringing that and more, even as we talk and everything. So they should watch and they should wait for that, because it's coming soon and everything is planned on. And let me say, because now let me go back to now the hosting issue. Now it was on Sunday. I remember it was on Sunday. On Sunday 25th, on 26th, on Monday is when I was going for my interview. That is on September 2022. Now I remember it's Sunday in the morning and I'm waking up. I'm supposed to go and lead in church in praise and worship. And I'm like, God, I'm going to lead in praise and worship because I remember it was like a youth Sunday. And God, I don't have a host. Tomorrow is my interview. I don't have the documents. I don't have the affidavit of support. I don't have anything with me. And I need all these documents. I need a host and I need somebody, a sub, to help me in this situation. So I said, you know what, God, I'm going to go to church. I'm not going to stay here and wait and wail and cry and weep for everything because after all, I cannot help myself. So I said,
If
I'm
it's
going
for
to
you,
church.
it's for you. God will make
Yeah,
something
I
work.
said, I reached a point and I said, if it's for me, it's for me.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not the time, it's not. But I knew it was the time because God cannot move me from getting the 1NL to 2NL. And now, the last time, and he let me down. No, I said, I know you still make a way, but I don't know where you get this way from. But I'm going to church. And after church, I'm going to stay until 1 because the church mostly ends at 1 or 1:30. Then I'm going now to start looking for a host. And now after I went to church and I came back, that's when I remembered there was this person that I painted for in just near my home. And I remember this guy is in America because I remember when he was sending me money, he was using Sendwave. And I was like, no, all this time, I had somebody who can help me. I had somebody who could like solve the situation. I never thought. I said, okay, this maybe might be the test from God, to see if I can be able like to wait upon him and to see if I can, just do things because I am in desperate situation. Maybe it was a test for me. So I tried to call this person. It was on daytime, and I remember when I was trying to call him, I never got him. So by the time he was reaching out, it was around 7 in Africa. So 7 p.m. in Africa. It was like late. And the next day I'm supposed to be going for my interview. So when I got hold of him, I told him, now this is my issue. I have a chance to win the green card. I've been looking for a host all this time, and I need the documents. I need the DL, I need the affidavit of support, and I need the task transcript because I don't have them, and I need you to help me out. He said, you know what, I can help you. I have no issue with helping you, but the issue is with my tax filing and everything. I don't have the tax because at that time it was 2022, so I needed the tax returns for 2021. But he told me I had not filed, and if you could have told me like a week earlier, I could have done it and send it to you. What I have for 2020. You know what I told him? I told him, my God will supply. You just give me that for
Just give
2020.
me whatever you have.
Give me
Yep.
that whatever you have. Give me your DL. And he told me, you know what, about the affidavit of support, I cannot be able to write it for you because it's 34 pages
Yeah,
thing.
it's very long.
Right now, I am preparing to go to work. So cannot help you. You know what I told him? You just send me the tax transcript and send me the DL. And for the affidavit of support, I'm gonna do it myself. I'll file whatever I know in that. I'll write
And the
whatever I know
interview
in
is
that.
the next day, right?
The interview
You're
is the
talking
next
interview
day.
is the next day.
We are talking about a night towards now the next day to my interview. So
Wow.
what I did, I called my friend and I told him, he was called Mato, and I told him, you know what, I want to use your office because he was doing branding and printing. And I remembered I need to print this Form 34 is from this affidavit of support. I needed to print them out. So I called him, and we went and we downloaded the affidavit of support, and we printed out like two pages each because of the errors and everything. In case I will do errors, you can plug that paper and use the other paper. So it took us the whole night for us to figure out the details to write where and the details not to
Because
write where.
especially you're not in the US. If you're in the US, it's easy
Yeah,
because you know
I'm
what is
not in
what,
the
but you're in
US.
Africa,
I'm
right?
in Africa. I've never been to US. I don't know how the system works in US. So what I did, I just went through the tax transcript and everything. I got the information, the names and everything. So I could just write what I could see. And what I could not understand, what I used to do, I used to write NA, not applicable. I put a very big stroke. And that's what I did. And after I did that, I went, it was like around 3:30 is when I was sleeping. Now imagine I'm sleeping at 3:30 a.m. and I'm supposed to be like 5:30. I'm supposed to be online for my interview. So what I did is I slept. When I slept at 3:30, saying that I'll wake up at 5:30, what happened is I realized it was morning, and when I checked at my phone, it was 6 a.m. in the morning. And luckily, I had my brother with me, and he's an Uber driver. So he's the one, like, when I woke up, I never went to shower. I had set my suit just nearby. What I did, I grabbed my suit, I wore it and everything, and I woke up my brother. Hey, wake up, we are late. So my brother woke up, nobody took breakfast, nobody showered, nobody even washed the face, nothing. Just wore our clothes and boom, in the car and everything. And
So what date was that? Because it was September
it
27th
was
now?
September 26th now in the morning. It
Oh.
is 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm supposed to be, because my interview was supposed to be at 7. So I was supposed to be there at around 5:30 so that I can be able to queue and everything for the everything. So we are at 6:08, we are in the house. It's now the time we are leaving because we sleep late because remember I was at church and I had a lot of activities. I was so tired, doing all the instruments and even taking back to the store and everything, coming back and now feeling the affidavit of support for myself. It was so hectic for me, and I had a lot of stress because I was not getting a host. So by the time we are waking up, it's 6 a.m. So we need to hurry up and go to Gigiri, and that is in Nairobi embassy, and to always like queue there. So when I reached there, I found a long line, and I was like, "Oh, bro, we are late." So let me queue here. You just go, and I'll call you when everything is right. So that's now the time. Now I queued and I waited for my interview. Now, yeah,
So when you showed up at the interview,
yeah.
I can't even imagine what's going through your mind because you have stuff that you did. You don't know if you did them right or not. So how was the interview experience?
Wow. Now let me say that's another thing. Like it was like I can say like a bomb or like a puzzle on everything because by the time I'm reaching there, I'm late already. And when the soldiers came to check and everything to see which time I'm supposed to be there, they looked at me and they said, "You know what? Why are you here? You're supposed to be like on the front because your interview is at 7 a.m. What are you doing here?" And I said, I'm like I had a lot of things and I was so late and everything. So they took me in front of from there, and they took me to the front and told me, you need to go to the front because your interview is due. So when I went there and I checked in everything, they look at everything, the information that I have. So it's the checking process and everything. So after that, you go to the next level where you check everything, your shoes and everything. They check if your phones and your wallet and your belt and everything. So it's the time now we have entered now to the embassy where now you have no phone.
I remember when I went for a student visa. Like you show up and everybody, there's tension in the embassy for some reason has some tension in it.
People are seated there, and you're
They're
like,
just like,
Lord. I'm like, Lord, I feel this affidavit of support by myself. I don't know if I messed everywhere. I don't know, but God, I just need to see you. I just need to see you because I don't know what to do. So I remember sitting near two ladies, and we are talking to them, and I'm telling them my story, and they were like, wow, you have gone through a lot. And they were like, hey, we wish you all the best. So one of these lady asked me, did you, because I told them I filed for myself, like I filled the form for myself. She told me, did you like photocopy the papers? And I said, no, I didn't photocopy. I just brought them like that. He told me, no. They're gonna ask you because remember your host is not in Kenya. Your host is still in America. So how could your host sign with a pen and is in America in America? I was like, God, I need to go back and photocopy this. So I had to like move from there, and I had already like gotten a number to go to the like, to go inside. So I had to like rush outside. And again, remember it's a formality. You have like two stations you are going to stop. So in the first station, I never said anything. I rushed. I moved out. I never told them I'm going out. I asked for anything. I just went out like somebody who has finished the business. And now when I went to the last gate, that's when I told the soldiers, you know what, I need to do something ASAP. So let me do it, and then I'm gonna go back. So I did that. I went outside. When I went outside, remember I only have like 43,000, which I'm supposed to give for my visa. So I don't have change to do these photocopies and everything. And I didn't know. And remember this in the embassy. I don't know where I can get the cyber. So I went to this. I found two people talking. One is a boda guy. These people who ride bikes and everything. talking to somebody, and I went to them. I heard them speaking in my native language, and I was like, damn, this is where I'm going. I went to them and I said, hey guys, and I talked to them. I told them I need to do some photocopiers up, and I don't have money, and I don't know where to go to. And remember, I'm wearing my suit. I'm so shiny, and I'm saying I don't have money. Do you know what this guy did? He took out 50 shillings, a Kenyan shilling, and he gave me and I called a guy and told me, take this guy to the cyber, let him do this and this. So this guy gave me the 50 shilling. It was a new note. This guy again took me to the cyber. I found a Mwindi there. He did the photocopies and everything, and he gave my papers back. And he told me, you don't have to, like put the pins on these papers and everything. And I was like, you man, you don't know what I've gone through. The pins is nothing to me. So when I went back again, I remember I passed the first gate because they had told them. Now in the second gate, I found like 15 people queuing. And remember, I had my number with me. Like, I have to enter inside and they can call that number anytime. And I was outside. So what I did, I went through all those people and I went nearly to the last person and I found a Muzungu there. And I told this person, you know what? I'm supposed to be inside there. I'm supposed to be in the interview. And I had forgotten something and I need to go inside ASAP. You know what this guy told me? He told me, go ahead. I was like, oh Lord, thank you, Jesus. I went ahead. Now I got another chance to go inside. So I went inside and now I was waiting. Now I was in the waiting time and I had this guy. He was in Windows 7 calling people out. And I had this guy speaking well and I was like, Lord, I want to go to the Windows 7. This guy is speaking so good and I want to go and get my visa. I know I'm going to get this visa. So when my name was called, I went in with my papers and everything. So I went to this black lady's window where you handle the documents, you give the documents to this lady, and after you give the documents, she verifies and everything. So I was talking to this lady in Swahili because she's in Kenya, and I told her, what? I have been having a lot of challenges like finding hosts and everything. This journey for me has been so hectic. Like I just need God to do the last thing, like to get this visa and everything, and I get rest, and I just know that the next process is going to America. And, she was talking to me nicely, and she asked me, "Are you going to change your host, or the host will remain the same?" I told her, "No, I'm going to change my host because right now I had another host, and now the host that I had, the second host was in Seattle." Because remember, this guy gave me the document, so I had to write the host in Seattle. So that was the host that I wrote. And after that, she told me, go and pay to that window. So I went and I gave my money there. I paid my 42,250. That is Kenyan money. After that, they told me, you have to go and wait. You'll be called now for your interview. So I went outside and I said to my guy, I've given out everything, and now I'm waiting to go for my interview. And now when I go to my interview, when you see me come back smiling and moving in a swag, just know this thing is done. And that's, when you see that, just know I'm the pace setter. I'm the pace setter, the way maker. If you see me going back and coming out smiling, just know even you will go back and come smiling. So I waited, and now my time came. And now I entered inside. And I found this Muzungu who was this European man, was like 25 years to 30 years. He was like my age mate. And I was like, yeah, this is a place. And now this guy told me, he called me by my name, told me, raise your hand. I raised my right arm, and he had told me, say everything you're gonna say here is gonna be true, and everything you swear. And I said, yeah, I do swear. So he started asking the question, and I remember when he was asking the question, it's like I was waiting for him to ask the question. I was wrapping the answer, wrapping.
You had
Before you finish,
practiced for it.
before you finish the question, I'm already on it. Before you ask the other question, I'm like, Maliza Raka, do it faster. I want to answer you. So I started the first question. He asked me, my names. I said my names. He said, are you married? I said, I'm not married. I'm single. He asked me, are you currently doing the same profession you are doing? I said yes. He asked me, what are you doing? I told him I am doing painting and decoration and everything. Okay, he moved ahead. He said, have you gone to, where each level have you studied? And I told him, I've gone to campus, but I did not finish my campus. He asked me why. I told him, due to lack of funds, I didn't have money to finish my campus and everything. He went to the next level. He told me, are you in a relationship that can lead to marriage? I told him yes, because at that time I was in a relationship. So I said yes. And I remember because everything I was being told, just say the truth and the truth shall set you free.
Yep.
So I told him, yes, I'm in a relationship. So he asked me, what's the name of the lady? I told him the name of the lady. He gave me a paper, write for me. I wrote for him on the paper. I gave him back. He asked me, what are the name of the parents of this lady? I told him, the father. I said, the mother. I said, where did you meet this lady? I told him where we met. Told him at church. Okay, what time have you been dating? I told him the time. And after doing that, he asked me, so where are you going to America? And I told him I'm going to Washington. And he asked me, in Washington, who do you know? And I told him the name of my host because I knew that's what he wanna know and that's what he's asking. So he told me, John, I'm going to give you this green paper. And when he was talking, I was not hearing anything else.
Like after you had the green paper, you
all
shut
I wanted to hear is that green
brainwash.
paper. That was all I wanted to hear. Even when he was explaining about now the USAS form, that the one that gives you the white letter with the alien
You
number, how
zoned.
to
It's like you're zoned.
pay for your green card. I was like, man, just give me my papers.
Just
So when he did that, he told me, you're gonna take your papers with you, but I'm going to remain with the passport. And I was like, hata ungekaa na zote, you could have said it all the time. I am okay as long as I get the green card. But the only thing I wanted here is the green card. So he gave me my certificates back, my birth certificate and everything. And here I went outside smiling and smiling. And I went to my guys and I told them, you know what, guys, as I told you, the pace setter has set the pace. It's your time now, guys.
Oh, that's God's doing. Like you are favored from the beginning because look at it. Like you went there 26. 30th, they complete, like they stop processing the visa.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it that day, that would be it.
That will be it. And I remember my passport was printed the next day. And after one day, that is now on 28th, it was already issued out, and I went for it and I got it, and I was like, now it's inside the house. Now the next process was now coming to America. Now again, that was another hectic.
Because you have to find for the air tickets, you have to talk to
for air ticket and everything. And I remember my host, the one who was in Seattle, told me I have to come to Kenya, and I have a lot of issues that I want to deal with. I have emergencies, so you have to come to America ASAP because I want to leave you as you have settled before I come to Kenya. And this time I don't have cash. Now when she told me like that, I had to look for funds and everything, for friends, helpers, and everybody, church, everyone who can help me towards now getting the funds and getting the air ticket. So the challenge was like, getting that funds at all time, because I remember I had not even done my shopping and everything. This lady who said that she's gonna pay for my air transport and everything, and she told me, I'm gonna buy you a ticket and I'm gonna host you. So I'm gonna host you and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna buy you an air ticket. Then when you come to Dallas, because she was in Dallas, when you come to Dallas, when you start working, you'll pay me back my money. And
that's like, really good. That's like, really good.
Because remember now, my host was telling me I need to go ASAP because he's gonna come to Kenya. He don't know when he's going back. And remember, my visa could have expired around March. So I was so worried because this person was telling me like this, and I don't know have anybody else who is in America. I don't have any other host. So getting this to pay for my air ticket and now for me to refund later, it was like a relief. And also because she had agreed to host me. So I was like, Lord, thank you for providing this. And remember, it's somebody that I don't know. It's not somebody from my family. It's just somebody that I've been linked by a friend. That's what I'm telling you.
Wow,
like my whole journey was just God, and it's still God until now. So that's how I came from now going to Seattle, and I came to Dallas, Texas. That's how now it changed everything.
Wow. That's an amazing story. That's why I told you, like, there's this guy, Mike. Mike, if you're watching this, he knows. So he gave me your link. He had your story somewhere, and he's like, yeah, this will be a very good, story for other people, because a lot of people are going through the same thing. So it's like, if somebody will listen to this story, they will inspire, it will inspire somebody out there who's going through the same. Yeah.
Many people are going through a lot of challenges, and maybe somebody's going through just small challenges, but they just see everything and the world has collapsed. But remember, when you're going through something, somebody else has gone through something even worse than you have gone through. So it's good when we give out these stories, and because they are not stories, they are real things. They are things that happen to us, and we're just like testifying of the good things that the Lord has done unto us, and so that everybody can know that this journey is not an easy journey. And what I can tell people is that the green card journey is not something that you just say, you just wake up and you win the green card. It's something that you'll have to walk miles and miles, step to step, find hurdles you have to jump, and sometimes you find some holes you have to enter inside, come out with mud. But the end of it all, you pursue until you accomplish everything. And I usually tell people, just put God first. And most of the time, if you can put everything and keep everything secretly until it's the time to reveal. Like for me, I kept the whole journey secretly. I came to reveal it after I got my visa. That's when I started telling
Exactly.
Because when you just say everything, not everybody is happy about it, and then you might
Exactly.
find somebody even discouraging you, and even somebody doing things and hiding maybe your documents and everything.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you end up not having and getting this chance. So it's good you do these things secretly, but when the visa is out and everything is out, now you are guaranteed, you are going. You can now start, like you can tell people, because at that time maybe you need money for the air transport. And
Now you bring an important point about like secrecy. Like, when people won the green card, the results came out yesterday. We're doing this video on the 7th, so it came out yesterday and today. So a lot of people who won, like they put on my comment section, I won. Some people go ahead and put even their case number there. So I have to go,
so
like
dangerous.
now I'm keeping track, like if anybody puts in information I won and very, sensitive information, I've been deleting them. Not like I don't want other people to know that they won.
Yeah.
I want them to keep the secret part. Like, there's a family member who might be on my channel. They know them. So I'm trying to delete those comments so that the comments, somebody can go there and be like, okay, I know this person, they won. And some people can even kill you. It's really bad. Jealousy.
I've seen people coming from America, just some people dying there mysteriously. So people are jealous of other people.
People are jealous. They don't want you to make it. They don't want you. People don't understand. They don't understand it. Like once you win the green card, don't tell anybody. Don't start doing interviews. Don't just keep it a secret until you get a visa. Because some people applied as single and they're married, and then you're going to the visa as single. Somebody can report. Because you can report anonymously. You can say this person is married, and they'll start investigating you.
Even maybe you have somebody that you have a baby mama somewhere, and you just parted ways and everything, and you have just won your green card, and you're telling everybody, and she's like, why is he going and leaving me here? And he wants to jeopardize.
Then they start, that's why, like, I know people are like, oh, why don't you tell us the people who won and stuff like that. I left, there's some like, they escaped. I don't like, I missed them and I don't know where to find them. But literally everybody who said they won on my channel, I delete that comment. And then like I reply first. I respond to the person. I'm like, this is congratulations. Just know that I'm gonna delete this comment. Because just to protect your privacy, because I don't want all these people knowing you won. You don't know who has good intentions, who doesn't. I'm like, just apply on the website or send me an email on this email, but then don't put it on YouTube channels. That's not a very good place to say that you won.
Yeah, that reminds me of something. They have just gotten their 1NL, and it's not yet like the end of the journey, because remember, they have now to fill their DS260, so they still need to wait for the 2NL, which is now like the final say, because when you get the 2NL, now you are guaranteed of going to the interview and anything. So I'm just like, if you just got the 1NL and you still also have the process of filling the DS260 and giving out your documents and everything, you still have that opportunity, and you have to wait until to see if you can be approved, because remember, not everybody is going to be approved again. So they don't know that they still have to wait if they'll be approved. And so what they need to do right now is like, just find your documents, start filing as early as now, and submitting the DS260 as early as now, so that you can be at a good position, to get being selected again for now the 2NL, because remember, it's not yet like they have won everything. Remember, they still wait for the 2NL, and also after getting the 2NL, they still go through the medical, they still go through the interview, and now they wait
still a long process.
They still have their fate at the interview, and also remember the medical, anything can happen. Maybe somebody has a TB or anything, you cannot go through the medical, you cannot go through the interview. So right now what they should do is protect themselves, keep themselves, like make sure they are healthy.
Don't tell your family, tell only the people that need to know, even your own family. Don't tell your own family, don't tell your friends at work, don't tell anybody. Just be quiet about it until you process everything.
there are some things, but not each and every person is happy about it. Because remember, everybody has been looking. Some people,
like, just think about it. Green card is so hard to win. I think now people have known. Wow, now you're here. Congratulations and welcome to America.
Thank you so much. I'm happy and I'm grateful. Thank you to
so
God.
now is it time to change somebody's life. Just remember the guy who gave you the $50 if you didn't take the 50 shillings. Don't forget people like that. The people who give you the last amount of money, like the 1 shilling you need to make it through, don't never forget somebody like that. You're like, you know what? Hey, I'm just calling you. I'm just going to send you some lunch. So like change people's life. The way God helped you to get here for a reason. Make sure you help your family, help whoever you can help, just be a change because you're here for a reason, we're here.
Absolutely. That's very true. And that's why we are here even to talk about all these stories so that we can even help impact other people maybe who are maybe having questions, have been going through challenges,
Thanks for being on the channel. So you have to tell us what your YouTube channel is. I'm going to put a link on my comment section. So in case somebody wants to follow you, they can just click on the link and come show you some love over there and, just follow your journey. And they need to like watch your journey and see how you do in 5 years. So you'll be a prime example of somebody who just got to America. They can follow your channel and see what you're doing, how you're doing in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. And they can be like, yeah, we saw him when he just landed to America, and then now look at him.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity like to tell people about my channel and give my page. I go by the name Kaka Jonito USA. Kaka is K-A-K-A, Jonito is J-O-N-I-T-O-H, and then USA. That's my YouTube page, and that's like the whole like social media platform that people can look for me. And I will say like people go there, give me some love, subscribe to my channel, watch this video, like, and if you have any questions that you want to know and I don't want to ask, just ask. I'm there. And as I said, I am new to America, but I'm trying to do my level best and giving the information as to what I'm getting. As for me, I usually say like I give people and I tell people the truth and they're honest. Like I'm not here to to deceive anything.
Sugarcoat anything.
I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I just say it as it is because people sometimes most of the things is like people don't know these things. And since I'm here and I usually didn't know anything when I was back in home, so I'm here to give people things the way they are. So
thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for going. And like I said again, his link is going to be on this video in the comment section, so you can click on the link and go subscribe, show him some love, follow him and follow his journey, so that in case you're applying for the green card lottery, you know how your journey is going to be like. Thank you so much for thank you for having you on my show today. I wish you so much luck in your YouTube channel. Hopefully you grow and you be an inspiration to other people.
Thank you so much, Charlene. I really appreciate coming to this great channel.
This video is proudly sponsored by Moza, neck mindfulness relaxing massager. Click the link on this video to purchase the product.